Sometimes this guy park. How you doing? So what? I didn't hear you. What am I doing? You asked me, what am I doing? Yeah. I can't hear you.
Did they hire you for it?
Did they hire me for it? No. Because I'm doing the story.
Story?
Yeah.
Story what?
So what?
Regarding what?
I'm doing the story.
Alright, about what?
I don't need to tell you my story.
Huh?
I don't want to tell you my story.
He's standing quietly in the car park, camera in hand. When a man approaches from the distance, the questions start immediately, muffled by the wind, barely clear enough to understand. The worker wants to know what he's doing, who sent him, and whether someone hired him to be there, but the cameraman stays calm. He explains only what the law requires, that he's working on a story, nothing more, nothing less. The man presses for details, hoping to pull a reason out of him, but the narrator keeps his position. His purpose doesn't need permission, and his story doesn't need to be shared out here. Curiosity rises quickly, but answers remain completely optional.
The reason I'm asking is you have a mask on. Okay. You're filming a bank. We've had a lot of issues at this bank. It actually
It's getting cold out here.
Huh?
It's getting cold out here.
Right, fair enough.
Other than that, everything okay?
What are you drinking?
My drink. What's your name, badge number?
Kyle, 229.
Who?
My first name's Kyle. My badge is 229.
Nice to meet you.
Huh?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
You good? You might want to go talk to them.
Huh?
You might probably want to. I didn't call you.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
As soon as
somebody.
my partner gets here, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Oh, okay. Look how you park, man. Somebody can. You
You
blocking?
don't like my parking now?
No, you blocking one,
I
two,
want to make
three.
sure people get front row parking. I gotta check the back
Blocking,
spots.
blocking 3 parking spots,
You
man.
know, worth the front spot, you know?
I'm just taking pictures, man.
You got a YouTube channel?
What's YouTube?
You know what YouTube is?
The officer approached cautiously, explaining that he was only asking questions because the man was wearing a mask and filming a bank, an area where they had dealt with several incidents in the past. The wind cut through the air, and the man simply mentioned that it was getting cold outside. Continuing with what he was doing, the officer checked in, asking if everything was okay, but the man stayed calm, sipping from his drink without offering much detail. When asked for identification, the officer introduced himself as Kyle, badge number 229, and the two briefly exchanged polite greetings. The officer noted he would soon speak with the people inside the bank once his partner arrived. Meanwhile, the cameraman pointed out how the police vehicle was blocking multiple parking spaces, something the officer shrugged off with a light-hearted remark. Still filming, the man mentioned he was simply taking pictures. The officer, curious, asked whether he had a YouTube channel. The man responded casually, acting as if he had never heard of YouTube at all.
You said you waiting for a partner?
So,
You said you waiting for your partner? Oh, what happened? You don't want to talk to these people? Your partner bigger than you?
so,
Your partner bigger than you?
I don't know who's coming yet. Why?
Oh, yeah, I asked you that you take away from your partner. I thought he was bigger than you. You should be able to take care of this situation. It's an easy situation here.
I don't want to leave you out here without me here.
Why not? I'm being detained.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to-
I'm being detained for a crime.
Huh?
What crime am I being detained for?
I don't know what you're doing here.
But why am I being detained though? You detaining me, you don't know what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. Why am I being detained?
My investigation's still on.
Okay,
You know
but what reasonable suspicion that I committed any crime? You detaining
I don't
me.
know what you're doing here. You don't want to explain it to me, so I'm gonna see it.
I don't have to. I don't have to explain anything. But you detaining me.
Do you agree that what you're doing here is a little odd?
The man questioned the officer about waiting for his partner, wondering what exactly they were expecting. He joked lightly, asking whether the partner was bigger or if the situation really required backup. Since nothing unusual was happening, the officer insisted he didn't want to walk away and leave the man alone without supervision. That immediately raised a red flag. The cameraman asked directly whether he was being detained. The officer admitted that he was confused. The man asked what crime he was being detained for. The officer couldn't provide one, only replying that he didn't know what the man was doing and that the investigation was still ongoing. The cameraman reminded him that he wasn't obligated to explain anything, yet the officer was still detaining him with no clear reason. The officer then tried to justify his actions by suggesting the situation looked odd even though there was no evidence of any crime.
Out of the ordinary, I should say.
There's a lot of things that's odd. I was riding down the street. I saw one guy walking back and forth, back and forth. I thought that was odd too.
Why didn't you call us?
Call for what? He ain't doing nothing
You got hit
wrong.
by a car. You should have called us.
He was walking on the sidewalk, just like me.
You're not doing your right as a civilian for not calling the police then.
He was walking on the sidewalk. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. Just walking back and forth on the sidewalk.
You just said something's out of the ordinary, right?
It was kind of odd that he was walking back and forth.
That's our job as police, right?
Is it kind of odd for me to? Is it kind of odd for me to just stand here and take pictures?
Yeah.
It is. You never stood nowhere near bank and took pictures on anything.
The mask on? No.
It's cold out here, man. Corona coming back, man. So a couple years ago, y'all probably give us a ticket for not wearing the mask. You know? Yeah, so the corona coming back is getting cold. It's like 50-something degrees. Weather changing quick. Now you detaining me for nothing. You got a business card?
No, I got no problem writing down my name for it.
The officer claimed the situation was out of the ordinary, but the cameraman pushed back. He explained that plenty of things look odd every day. On his way there, he had even seen a man pacing back and forth along the sidewalk repeatedly, which seemed unusual, but still the man wasn't doing anything illegal. The officer insisted that he should have called the police anyway, but the cameraman reminded him that walking on the sidewalk isn't a crime. Just because something looks unusual doesn't mean it deserves a police response. The officer then tried to compare it with the cameraman's presence near the bank, suggesting that taking pictures while wearing a mask made things suspicious. The cameraman simply pointed out that the weather was cold, COVID cases were rising again, and wearing a mask wasn't unusual at all. In fact, not long ago people could get fined for not wearing one, yet despite all that he was still being detained without a clear crime or reasonable suspicion. He asked for the officer's business card, but the officer didn't have one. He offered to write down his name, badge number, and the call for service number instead. Finally, the cameraman asked where their police department was located, and the officer explained that it was just up the road.
Name, badge number, call for service number. Where you guys police department at? Where you guys police department?
Where's our police department?
Yeah.
The cameraman joked that the officer's partner was taking so long because he probably knew there was no emergency and maybe even stopped for coffee on the way. Even the bank employees hadn't come outside to question anything. He had been taking pictures the whole time, and no one inside seemed bothered or concerned enough to approach him. If they had, he said he would have simply explained what he was doing. All he was doing was capturing photos for a story he was working on, something he had clearly mentioned already. He explained that he'd never been in this town before, not in this area, not even in Wall Township at all. He traveled all over New Jersey documenting different locations, and this was just another stop. When the officer asked where he was from, the cameraman replied simply, Upper US. He kept the details vague, giving only that general description because he didn't feel obligated to share more.
You want to check it out?
I'll check it out probably after I'm done with you, after you detain me. It's probably taking a long time. You know there's no emergency, so he probably stop to get coffee first. Nobody in the bank even came out and speak to me. I was just out here taking pictures. Nobody even spoke to me. They would have came out, I would have told them what I was doing.
What is it you doing?
Taking pictures. I'm working on the story. I told you I'm working on the story, taking pictures. I never been in this town.
Mm-hmm. Just this location?
All over. I never been in this town. I never been to Wall Township. I never even heard of Wall Township. So I decided to come through. I travel. I travel all around New Jersey.
Where are you from?
Upper US.
Yes?
Yeah.
What's that?
Upper US.
What?
Like Upper US. Upper USA. So am I free to go? That's crazy.
The cameraman asked again, so am I free to go? But the officer still said no. Moments later, another patrol car pulled into the lot. The cameraman laughed, saying the partner looked like he'd tell the first officer to get back in his car and return to work. He even asked if the newly arrived officer was a sergeant or supervisor and suggested calling the actual supervisor out as well. When the supervising officer stepped out, he greeted her politely. "How you doing?" She responded professionally and He asked for her name and badge number. She identified herself as badge 213. He mentioned it was a beautiful day for November, still warm, still pleasant. Then he explained the situation clearly. Her officer had detained him for absolutely no reason. She asked him what he was doing that day, and he explained calmly that he was just taking pictures and recording, nothing more. He said he had never been to Wall Township before. He had been walking through the area, saw the bank and stopped to get a few shots. He planned on continuing down the street until the officer pulled up and immediately detained him without cause.
That's your partner right there?
Looks like it.
Your partner gonna look at you like, man, get back in your car and go back to work. Is he the sergeant, supervisor? You might need to get the supervisor out here too. Yeah. You call him out here, why not?
Just hang with him?
Am I free to go down?
No.
How you doing? How you doing, ma'am? How you your name and badge number? Clayton. How you doing, ma'am?
You can't complain.
It's a beautiful day. November, still beautiful outside.
Yep.
The officer here detained me for no reason.
Okay. What are you up to today? Anything good?
Just taking pictures, recording.
Just about anything?
Anything. I never been to Wall Township, so I just came out, just took pictures. I was walking by, so this bank started taking pictures here. I was about to keep moving, but then this guy pulled up and detained me for no reason.
She asked him again, so you were taking pictures of what exactly? He explained calmly, I was taking pictures and recording. I'm working on a story. I was filming people going in and out, people using the ATM and the bank building itself, all from the public sidewalk. I never stepped onto their property, never went inside, and never spoke to anyone from the bank, but he still decided to detain me. She asked, you said you're doing a story on what, on the town? He replied, just documenting small townships in general. Where are you from? She continued, Upper US. He answered, is that Houston? She asked. He clarified, no, I just travel all around New Jersey doing stories. I cover the whole state. She asked how long he had been in Wall Township. Just today, maybe a couple hours. He said, are you walking? Yeah, somewhat. He replied, adding, I don't like answering too many personal questions. She nodded, okay, so what did you say your name was? I never told you. He reminded her, no, you didn't. So what is it? I'm not giving it. She then said, all right, well, the bank doesn't want you here. We've got the sergeant coming now. They're going to fill out a notice against trespass. They don't want you on the property anymore. I'm not on their property. He answered sharply, you are. She insisted, I'm not. This is a public sidewalk, so you're supposed to walk in the street. She asked, what, you're telling me if I'm walking down the street I'm supposed to walk in the road? He said yes. She replied, in New Jersey, pedestrians walk against traffic in the street, bicycles ride with traffic. That's the law. He pointed at the ground. You see that public utility pole right there? That means everything before that is public easement, public property. She responded, past that pole is their property. I don't know what you're arguing here.
So you were taking pictures of
I was taking pictures and recording. I was recording, yeah, I was doing the story. I was recording people coming in and out. I was recording people using the ATM and recording the bank. Right here on the sidewalk, never went on their property, never went inside, never spoke to anybody. But he came out and detained me.
So you're doing a story?
Yeah.
On what?
On the town.
On Small Township in general?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
Upper US.
Upper US? Is that Houston?
I go all the way around New Jersey and just do stories.
Gotcha.
I travel around the whole New Jersey.
How long have you been involved?
Today.
Just today?
Maybe a couple hours, yeah. Just
Are you walking? Yeah?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like to answer too many questions.
So what did you say your name was?
I never told you.
And what is it?
Like it.
So the bank doesn't want you here. We got the sergeant coming down for you.
Okay.
Right. You're going to fill out a notice against trespass.
Okay.
They don't want you here on the property any longer.
I don't want them. I'm not on their property. I'm not.
This is their property.
It's a public sidewalk. Am I supposed to walk in the street? Do I supposed to walk in the street?
You're supposed to.
I'm asking you, if I'm walking down the street, do I supposed to walk inside the street?
That's correct.
I'm supposed to walk in the street.
In New Jersey, yes.
That's what you're telling me. I'm supposed to walk in the street.
Let me talk. I'll
All right, yes, explain, and I'll talk.
So in the state of New Jersey, you walk against traffic. Yes.
In the
If you're on a
street.
bicycle, you ride with traffic. Yeah, that's correct.
In the street.
And so if you'd like to walk that way after you leave here, you're going to walk right here and show it.
You see that public utility pool?
See it?
You see where I'm wound up at with it?
Huh?
You see where I'm wound up at with it? So that means past that public utility pole is their property, correct? And
I don't know what you're arguing here.
He argued firmly, I'm standing on public easement, this is public property, I'm not here to argue with you, and if needed I can argue it in court. The officer replied, you're being detained and you're going to argue in court, you're probably going to get a few complaints, you're working backwards man, you're supposed to find a crime first then detain, not the other way around. How long have you been an officer? He asked. Just started. The officer admitted, this is my first week. Looks like it, he said. He pointed around. This is a public sidewalk, a public easement. You see these utility poles, you think the bank put these here, everything before these poles is public property. You're about to make your whole department look bad. Soon the sergeant arrived. He greeted him politely. How you doing, sergeant? I'm good, and yourself? Good. Name and badge number? 213. Surprised you haven't popped up on my For You page yet, he joked. The sergeant chuckled and the discussion about forms continued. Why are you giving me a form? Because the bank doesn't want you on the property anymore, the officer explained. But I've never been on the property, he replied firmly. I'm standing on the public sidewalk. He sighed. Can't believe I got detained, man. I was about to head to Target down the street, but he stopped me. I'll probably head there after this. Have you ever been to Wall Township before? Someone asked. No, never. I've never been out here. These towns are so small, 3 blocks and you're in another town. On Route 35, Wall connects to Brick, then Belmar, Neptune, Asbury. All close together. Yeah, they're tight up there. The officer agreed. I'll be all over, he said, smiling. I travel everywhere. Finally the conversation wrapped up. I appreciate you coming out, man. Be safe. You know they don't want you on the property. Never been on it. I never have, he confirmed. They discussed ID briefly. You still need my ID? I would love it, the officer replied. He explained firmly, you can't demand ID without a crime. If I didn't comply you'd already be under arrest. I know my rights, and so do you. Just making sure we're clear. After that he was free to go. Have a better day. I'll stay right here so we don't get called back, he said, calmly asserting his position.